And as you're logging into AWS Control Tower right now, you notice something really interesting called the Blueprint Product ID and the Blueprint Product version. And this is something very, very useful. So in the past, you noticed that what we need to do when we are having AWS Control Tower is that it is allowing us to have multi-account governance and control over into many of the accounts that you have enrolled and their organization unit they registered. And what happens then is you're able to set up, say, some of the networking configuration, you're able to set up some of the different type of CIDR ranges and so on and so forth. And at the same time, you had to maintain a separate pipeline in order to push down more customization. And that, of course, meant that more work, more administrative overhead, and many more things that you need to maintain and keep track of outside of Control Tower. And right now, with this new feature, we can eliminate having to maintain a separate pipeline for that and run everything directly within AWS Control Tower. The new addition allows us to directly specify what are the different CloudFormation or infrastructure as code templates that you provide into AWS Service Catalog that you want to push down into the target account. And this, again, helps you save a lot of time and help you consolidate all of those controls management within a single Control Tower service. And of course, in today's tutorial, I'll be demonstrating to you exactly how you can set that up. And of course, why should you listen to Mr. Hackerloy? The reason why you should listen to Mr. Hackerloy is because I'm 8 times AWS certified. So that gives me the bragging rights. So once you logged in into AWS Control Tower, the very first thing you want to do is to target the hub account of the service catalog account that's going to hold all of these different CloudFormation templates. And in that case, I'm going to target this account, which is 1357.333.49663. This is going to be the account that will hold our service catalog products. So with that, we need to go over into the target account and create a new role. So what you can do here is you can go to the top right corner, click on the switch role, and from switch role, you want to specify the account that you're targeting. So in this case, I'm going to target 1357 and so on and so forth, paste it right here, and you want to specify the role. So in this case, I'll enter AWS Control Tower Execution. All right, so this is the role that we are going to switch over into. So paste it right here, click switch role. And once you clicked on that, you can see from the top right corner, all right, we are in. So we're currently active as AWS Control Tower Execution and on the target account ID. And once you're in here, head over to Identity and Access Management to create the role. So once I clicked into IAM, all right, once we're in here, you go over to the left side. So go ahead and click onto roles. And from roles, we want to create a new role. So go ahead and click create role. And what we want to do here is to go ahead and select onto custom trust policy. So we want to specify what are the principles that we trust in order to be able to have that set up. So what we can do here is to go ahead and use the following. All right, so I can do right now, copy and paste the following right here, and we require 2 of the Amazon resource name as part of the principles. So in this case, here we need the management account ID, which will then point to role, service role, AWS Control Tower admin. So when I hit back over here, this is the Control Tower account. All right, copy it, go back to IAM, and I can paste it right here. Okay, so I go ahead and paste it over into your management account ID. And likewise for the second one over here, I can paste it right here. For the second option, this is going to be the role that you use to log in and administer Control Tower. So in this case, I can copy the Amazon resource name right here, go back over, all right, into the creation of trust policy, and I can paste it over. All right, so once I paste it over, that's it done. Go ahead, scroll down to the bottom, all right, click next. And now we want to specify the permissions. So in this case, the permission is going to be S3 read only. All right, so let's go ahead and select that policy. And the next one we add in is service catalog. Hit enter on that. And we have the following of AWS service catalog admin full access. So once you have select on that, scroll all the way down, click next. And what we want to do here is to give it a specific role name. In this case, it's going to be AWS Control Tower Blueprint Access. All right. And of course, you can give a description of the role. So once we have that, scroll all the way down, click create role. And you can see right here, creating role. And now the role has been created, done. The next thing we can do now is to head over to AWS Service Catalog in the target hub account. And once you're in here, you can go under portfolios and you can create a new portfolio. So in this case, I can click create portfolio. And from here, I can give it a portfolio name. So I can name it as Control Tower Portfolio. So this is going to be the portfolio that will place all of our products in so that we can push them down to the target accounts. And once we have that, we can give the owner name. So let's go ahead and call it Hackerloy as the owner. And we can scroll down further. Any additional tags? No. Go ahead and click create and done. So what we can do next is click onto the portfolio. And what we can do here is go ahead and click on a create product. And from create product, what we can do here is give it a name. So let's call it Linux Desktop. And once we're ready for that, you can give it a product description. So Linux Desktop for the AWS cloud. All right. So once we have that, we can enter the owner. So in this case, I can enter Hacker Loy. And then I can go all the way down to the version details, use a template file. I'll click choose file. And from here, I have a file called development environment.template. Double click on that. All right. Scroll down. Okay. We have the version name. Let's give it v1.0. Any other description, support details, and so on and so forth. So once you're ready, go ahead and click on a create product. And now that product is going to be made available to Control Tower so that we can provision them into the target accounts as a blueprint. And you can see right here, right, successfully added to portfolio. And as I scroll down further, I can do refresh and I can see the product right here, Linux Desktop. And what I can do now is I can hit back to Control Tower, select onto the account that we want to update. So once I'm here, I'm targeting Developer Loy. I'll click onto Update Account. And from here, I'll be able to scroll all the way down into the account factory customization. For the account factory customization, all I have to do right now is to go ahead and paste the account number that is from the Service Catalog Hub account. Click Validate Account, and we'll be able to look at the product. I can select right here Linux Desktop, go down to the product version. All right, so in this case, we have, say, v1.0, and please enter below values. So in this case, we have EC2 instance type. So we are selecting T2.micro, name of an existing EC2 key pair for SSH access to the EC2 instance. So this can be something that's already available in the account. So I can enter Hacker Loy, all right, followed by key pair. And then after which, please enter below value. So enter the IP address that has SSH access rights to the EC2 instance that you want to provide. So in this case, I'm entering my IP address with /32 and the deployment region. So in that case, I'm going to select home region. All right, or you can be all governed regions by AWS Control Tower. And once you're ready, bottom right corner, update account. You can see a pop-up right here, update account, Developer Loy, click update account. Give it a couple of minutes and we'll be able to have that blueprint provision into target account. So right here, you can see the following. Update request submitted. AWS Control Tower is provisioning your account. And on the right, you can see blueprint status. And of course, this means that we're now provisioning the CloudFormation template to the target account. Additionally, you can see right here, if I scroll down further, I can click onto blueprint details and parameters, and I can see the CloudFormation template, blueprint permission. I can scroll all the way down, and we can see all the different parameters right here. Key name, SSH location, instance type, all this are from the CloudFormation template. So if I open up the CloudFormation template that we have written, all right, description, instance type, SSH location, and all of that. So all these are different details that you've crafted as part of your infrastructure as code, and you can easily push this down to all those different target accounts through AWS Control Tower. And while we're at it, this is not the only location for you to update the accounts. What you can do is if you go to the left side, click onto Account Factory, you can click on Create Account, and in Create Account, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the same thing here. Account Factory Customization. You can expand on it, and right here, you can enter the account that contains all these AWS Service Catalog products, validate account, and you see the same thing, and you can push that down as part of creating a new account through Account Factory. And that's it, done. We can see it right here. Blueprint status active, as well as state enrolled. Wait, what? You don't believe Mr. Hacker Loy? I thought we were best friends forever. Well, let me show you what you can see from the account. And what I can do now is I can head over to Developer Loy, click onto the management console, and let me show you what's going on right here. We can go and head over into EC2, which is all of our virtual servers, click right in and see that the instance has now been created. So I go ahead and click on it, and I can see the instance right here. And of course, to verify on our details, we can click on security. And in security, we can see the following here. Security groups. So this was created by CloudFormation StackSat. And right at the bottom, we have port 22 going to the source IP address that we specified earlier when we're deploying it through Control Tower. And feel free to customize them to your needs, to your environment, to your infrastructure requirements. So once again, I hope you learned something valuable in today's AWS tutorial.